What makes you a leader is your ability to make a decision. Who's with me on this, right? And anybody can make the easy decision, right? So what makes you a leader is you can make the tough decisions. And what makes you a leader is you make the decision. What makes you a great leader is, you know, I may be wrong, but if I have to wait till everything's resolved, nothing's gonna get resolved.
When you have full bravado in leadership and you're a leader, the number one thing to feel comfortable with is saying you're wrong, changing the course, having that humility to go along with that ego. I love navigating such a big business, making decisions, and immediately being like, nope. Whether it's hiring and firing, whether it's strategy of product, whether it's client services, whether it's teams that you put together, something that has been rearing its head over the last year is my comfort more than ever, because I think it gets compounded with experience. Get to that place where you are in love with, I'm wrong, let's change this. I thought this yesterday, I think this today. I'm obsessed. Do that every day as an operator and you will win. My dad used to say to me, but you said this last week that we would never lower the price on Pinot Noirs. And I'm like, that was last week.
Leadership is a choice. It is not a rank. I know many people at the senior-most levels of organizations who are absolutely not leaders. They are authorities, and we do what they say because they have authority over us, but we would not follow them. And I know many people who are at the bottoms of organizations who have no authority, and they are absolutely leaders. And this is because they have chosen to look after the person to the left of them, and they have chosen to look after the person to the right of them. This is what a leader is. We call them leaders because they go first. We call them leaders because they take the risk before anybody else does. We call them leaders because they will choose to sacrifice so that their people may be safe and protected, and so their people may gain. And when we do, the natural response is that our people will sacrifice for us.
What makes you a leader is your ability to make a decision. Who's with me on this, right? And anybody can make the easy decision, right? So what makes you a leader is you can make the tough decisions. And what makes you a leader is you make the decision. What makes you a great leader is, you know, I may be wrong, but if I have to wait till everything's resolved, nothing's gonna get resolved. So I'm gonna make a decision. If I make a decision and it's wrong, I'll find out quicker than if I sit on the fence while my life goes by. I remember I've shared this with maybe a few of you before, but years and years ago when we had the big Gulf War, General Norman Schwarzkopf's a friend of mine who passed away a few years ago. And I used to bring him in to talk about leadership. And one of the first times I ever asked him, I said, how do you define leadership? You know, how do you know when a person's really a leader? And he said, when they can make decisions.